The US government just ran out of funding after President Donald Trump's Republican Party couldn't reach a deal with the Democrats on a new spending bill. That means the US federal government has officially shut down.
They are shutting it down. We're not shutting it down. We don't want it to shut down because we have the greatest period of time ever. I told you, we have $17 trillion being invested, so the last person that wants it shut down is us. Now, with that being said, we can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, that are bad for them and irreversible by them, like cutting vast numbers of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs that they like. And you all know Russell Vought. He's become very popular recently because he can trim the budget to a level that you couldn't do any other way. So they're taking a risk by having a shutdown because of the shutdown, we can do things medically and other ways, including benefits. We can cut large numbers of people out. We don't want to do that, but we don't want fraud, waste, and abuse.
But what does shutdown actually mean? Why did it happen, and whom does it affect and how? And what comes next? Let's break it down. First, we need to understand why the US government shut down. Each year, the US Congress is responsible for passing 12 key funding bills that pay for nearly all government operations from military salaries to food safety inspections. If they don't pass those bills or a short-term extension, the government legally loses its authority to spend money. That's what we call a government shutdown. In this case, the shutdown happened because lawmakers in Congress, both the Republicans and Democrats, couldn't agree on a funding package by the deadline. The disagreements range from foreign aid spending and immigration enforcement to healthcare subsidies and government program cuts. Without a deal, federal departments are forced to scale back operations, and many workers are told not to come to work at all. When a shutdown begins, federal agencies go into shutdown mode. All non-essential activities will be stopped, things that aren't immediately related to safety, national security, or protecting life and property. Many federal workers are either furloughed, meaning they stay home with no pay, or they're forced to work without immediate pay, if their role is deemed essential. This continues until Congress passes a funding bill, and the president signs it into law. In past shutdowns, that's taken anywhere from a couple of days to more than a month. Once funding is restored, most furloughed workers are paid retroactively. But the shutdown can still leave millions temporarily without income, and critical services in limbo. The impact of a shutdown is wide-reaching. First, over 800,000 federal employees are affected, including workers at national parks, IRS offices, education programs, and even health and safety agencies. Contract workers like janitors, cafeteria staff, and security personnel are often the hardest hit, because many don't get back pay once the shutdown ends. Travelers may experience delays at airports due to reduced TSA staffing or slower FAA operations. If you need a passport, visa, or federal permit, you could face long delays or full closures of processing offices. Programs like federal student aid and small business loans may also pause new applications during a shutdown. Despite the shutdown, many essential services continue. Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid still send payments. Air traffic control and TSA screening continue, though staffing issues may cause delays. Military personnel remain on duty, though civilian Pentagon employees may be furloughed. Law enforcement such as the FBI, Border Patrol, and federal prisons operate as usual. The Postal Service remains open because it's funded separately. National parks and museums, closed or operating without staff. Passport and visa processing, delayed or paused. Federal student loan services. New applications may be on hold. Internal revenue services. Most audits, tax assistance, and processing slows down or stops. Food Drug Administration and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Limited to only life-saving or emergency functions. Government websites and hotlines. Many go offline or offer only basic information. As long as the shutdown continues, the economic pain grows. Workers miss paychecks. Small businesses lose federal support. Government contractors face delayed payments. And families relying on certain federal benefits may feel the pinch. Consumer confidence often dips, and the overall economy can slow, especially if the shutdown lasts more than a few weeks. The shutdown will continue until Congress reaches a funding agreement. That could be a full-year budget or a temporary continuing resolution that gives them more time to negotiate. In the meantime, pressure is mounting from federal workers, agencies, and the public to break the gridlock. But until there's a deal, the government stays in partial pause. A government shutdown doesn't mean the entire system grinds to a halt. But it does mean that everyday Americans, workers, travelers, students, families, end up paying the price for political dysfunction. The question now is not whether the US people can afford the shutdown. It's how long the US people will be forced to live with the consequences until the US leaders agree to reopen the government. And the last time the US government shutdown happened was at the end of 2018 during Trump's first term.
Welcome to Money Control, your ultimate destination in the ever-evolving world of finance, business, markets, policy, and technology. India's preeminent news platform, driven by facts and fueled by data. A platform made in India, and for the world. Moneycontrol.com has a staggering reach of 100 million plus monthly active users and 6.02 million daily active users. Being a transformative digital force, reshaping how we engage with money, markets, and news. Setting us apart is our commitment to delivering accurate information and empowering financial decision-making in a dynamic ecosystem. Seeking a deeper dive into the financial realm, we present Money Control Pro, a powerhouse of exclusive insights, providing actionable investment ideas and expert analysis. Because in today's fast-paced world, informed decisions demand both information and expertise. And we have 1 million plus Money Control Pro total paid subscribers and 100% return in 1.5 years, beating the market. Explore market trends, access expert opinions, and utilize essential financial tools all at your fingertips. Join the millions who trust Moneycontrol.com for their financial journey, where facts meet finance and data drives decisions. Think markets, think Money Control.